سايبر سيكيورتي من ولاية كالفورنيا RSA2026 وهنشوف نعمل لفة. هذا من داخل أجنحة المؤتمر كراودد، زحمة كبيرة. You're faster.
Oh yeah. Just for it.
Modify it how you see fit.
I can build it by myself, or
Yeah, you can build your own by yourself, yeah.
how it start from here or from there?
Yeah, we'll just have to wait for them, but how's your day going so far?
I'm okay. How are
yeah,
you?
Good, good, good.
You are busy.
Yeah, yeah, the Legos are a hit. Also, our product doesn't suck either, so, you know, that's a win-win.
They like to come here.
From here.
Local, I'm in Salandro, the headquarters.
Oh, okay. Nice. Do you mind if I scan your badge? Is that okay? Have you been here since the beginning of the conference?
Yesterday I was here, but in the other
The other
side.
part, south? Yeah, there's some great booths here.
Yeah,
Great.
it's nice. It's huge.
Yeah, we have a new platform coming out. So it was
With AI.
Yeah, so it was essential that we made sure that we had to go big, you know, a new release. I honestly think if security scorecards wasn't such well known, I think they would have changed the name to Titan.
It's ABI.
Yeah, so it has AI agents in it now. So basically, we used to do or we still do it, but ratings and ratings, assessment scores, and we also acquired a company called Hypercomply, which will do questionnaires AI. So it takes 10-hour work down to 3-hour work, which is amazing. Or 30 minutes, sorry. And then with the AI portion, now we're modernizing and being threat intel to help you be actionable. So right now we gave you data. When we launch this, now you'll be able to actually take action on that data that we give you. And if there's a threat, they'll be automatically come to you and say, hey, 4 of your vendors are in this threat. Here's how to remediate it. Here's who to contact. All those kinds of things. So it's actually really, really cool.
Who create the roles? We create the roles, or your AI agent create the roles?
The what?
The rules. Who create the rules?
You know what? That's a good question for my essay. When you're done building, if you want to walk through it, we can do that. So
in the back they have the demo.
Just right here. So if after you're done building, if you want to talk to Luke, or you could go over there and talk to him now, but he's more technical than I am, and he'll be able to tell you that.
Okay. Thank you.
He does not say. Was it see anything in particular?
I have no idea.
Who do you work with at security scorecard?
I have no idea. That's a great question. I don't really have a CSM.
Okay.
I'm wanting to take more advantage of the services that we have.
Sure. Yeah, I mean, I'm happy to walk you through a couple things today, and maybe we can set some time up afterwards. Step in and out.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Yeah. You want to build a Lego first, or?
We can
No, I'm good.
All right, well, here, follow me.
Mom, while you're waiting, Luke is actually going to do one right here soon.
Come on over, Jamal. I lost Seth.
Wait, wait.
Oh, Seth, I'm over here.
Did we get Seth scanned?
I'm gonna scan it right now.
Perfect. Sorry, Seth?
You mind if I scan your badge, Seth?
Yep.
Where you from? I forgot to ask.
Chicago.
Chicago, nice. I used to live in Chicago. Yeah, I live in New Jersey now. Jamal, where are you from?
Local.
Local?
Yes,
Nice.
San Leandro.
Okay. Are you familiar with Security Scorecard?
No.
No? Okay. And he's a good customer, so
Yeah.
ultimately I'll cover a couple things. So we have a new platform set.
How do I get access to this platform?
It comes out in June.
Oh, thanks.
Yes. Ultimately, what we're doing is we are taking all the vendors that you monitor, and so where Security Scorecard steps in is we help monitor your critical supply chain from a cyber perspective, the external posture, outside looking in. Traditionally, we were always focused on the suppliers, the letter grade, and then taking action based on that letter grade. For some programs, that is still the right place and the right way to start. What we're doing now is ultimately taking all the open findings across the portfolio of suppliers. And now you're able to triage it at finding a vulnerability level as well. So I wanted to deal with, let's say, all 9, and I know it's going to say 9, but there's 9 organizations here that have an outdated web browser. Oh.
For the better sound.
Oh, no worries. Outdated web browser. I have the ability to tackle that at an individual vulnerability level. So instead of necessarily I want to improve the risk of all my F-graded suppliers, I may want to attack it from, I want to go after all of my suppliers with a CISA cat or this vulnerability, this issue type. From here, I can drill again and look at the root evidence of the exact asset, port, and location, which supplier it's impacted by. And then something set that you'll find pretty cool is now we have the ability to bulk action remediation requests or even accept the risk. So in the example of an outdated web browser, that may be a vulnerability that you may not necessarily care about in relationship to that supplier, right? Maybe they're providing physical goods or something like that. You have the ability to accept the risk and track it from a compliance standpoint. The request remediation piece all kind of ties into the automation we built into this platform, where now we can actually send outbound emails and trigger ultimately if X is detected, what is Y? And that necessarily doesn't have to be an alert that lands in your inbox that you now have to take action on. The platform can action the alert. So this platform is relatively, it has been more enhanced. The other piece, as a current customer that you may find value in, is you've added, and you have access to this today if you were to log into the platform. We built in agents into the platform to help you automate some of the workflows. You can now lean on an agent to build custom reporting, build custom alerting, questionnaire gap analysis, downstream effects of a third or fourth party breach. And all of these agents will help automate that whole process as well.
What are the rules? The AI agents create the rules too?
The rules?
Yeah.
They could. You still guide them in terms of what you're looking for.
What I need.
But they'll do the
job.
If X, what is Y.
They do the coding for us.
Exactly, correct. So if you say, hey, please create alerts to let me know when my vendors are breached and their score drops X amount of percent,
okay,
the system will automatically create that for you. In terms of how you're using the platform today, Seth, monitoring suppliers?
No.
Self-monitoring?
No. So we have so we're a nonprofit. We give away grants. We work with a lot of different vendors. And so we cycle through our vendors through Security Scorecard to get a baseline score.
Oh, nice. Okay.
On contract renewal. So, which helps. We get the scores. We have calls with them about the findings. But we cycle through like 15 licenses.
Do you find that cycling to be a bit?
Yeah. So licenses are very expensive.
So something that we've come out with as a is this all company's view. Have you seen this before?
No.
So basically, what it will do is it pulls in all the vendors from your portfolio that you're monitoring. We have the ability to give what's called unlimited partial monitoring, where you can load in an unlimited amount into this view. You can organize that by business impact, data type, who owns what. These can be edited as well. They're fully customizable. It's more economically friendly. And ultimately, what we're only giving you is their top level grade, and you get alerts if their score changes. But you can you create the alert, the granularity of the score change, what matters to you, or if there's a breach. So what that can work in your favor is let's say you have 15 slots. It sounds like you can lean on those 15 slots and ultimately load in, I don't know, all 100, 200, 300 vendors. So you have a staging ground, a true system of record.
Yeah, that is exactly what I'm looking for.
And then I can say, okay, if NRI North America were to get breached or their score goes from a 100 to a 70, I get that alert. I would just simply select them. I would select them and I can just hit bulk edit and I can add them to the portfolio to unlock that full visibility, to do that reporting and all that good stuff.
Exactly.
I do think you would be pleasantly surprised at the affordability of this functionality.
Okay. Yeah, I am definitely interested in that.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, and I have I work in the commercial space, so smaller organizations, and this is a very digestible way for them to go back to their business and say, hey, we're not doing point-in-time reviews anymore. We truly are monitoring everybody. Because in all reality, if you have an alert and their score goes down by 15 points, that's an increase in risk. We're not blocking you of the visibility. We're just asking for a click in the middle.
Right, exactly, yeah, because we do the point in time with initial contact review, and then we pull them out.
Yep.
Right, and then if we have...
You have this, and then this way too, if a request comes in early and says, hey, Seth, we need to understand the scorecard grade on all supply chain, well, great.
We can pull it back into the portfolio.
No, or you can just export this entire view with the letter grade, and you can use this for reporting as well.
Okay, all right.
So it gives you that flexibility to do exactly what you're doing now without having to remember to rotate, but then you get the increased visibility of the letter grade at all times.
Okay. There's additional SKU?
It is, but...
Is it by like other companies, or is it just...
It's unlimited.
Okay. Yeah.
So...
If someone follow up...
I can personally follow up.
Great.
Yeah, I'm a solutions architect here, but I've worn many hats in my 5 years, so...
I haven't used them, I don't know who it is.
You may, well, I will also figure that out for you as well.
I'm sure I talked to somebody once 6 months ago.
No, we'll get you squared away. Let me make sure in my notes that
No, thank you.
Oh, of course.
Yeah, I believe you are too. I can't very good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Answer my question.
Yeah, okay, good. I can only go so far, that's
No, it's you have a lot.
Thank you.
Okay. But I can get this ready. I can get this ready.
Yeah, you can get that one. If you like it, you like it.
It's okay because the line is it's long. Yeah, thank you.
Go back to college.
My bad, bro. Here, I don't know.
Cool, man. All right, guys, I need 2 more seats. Who's butts and seats and we'll start? Who's the butt? Your butt, 1 seat. Your butt, 1 other seat. They gotta fight. You have to fight between each other over the 1 seat. Whoever gets knocked out first gets the seat. He takes it. It's you, buddy. I'm gonna sit down. All right, guys, we're happy to have you here. Thank you for being part of the CrowdStrike family. Let's play the sizzle reel. Let's go, baby! We're going to Las Vegas. Going to Las Vegas. Yes, we are. Here we go, guys. It is official. You're all invited. And it's happening August 31st to September 3rd, 2026. It's the official Falcon. That's right, the Falcon Conference. All part of CrowdStrike. That's right, it's our very own trade show. Our own conference is happening at the Mandalay Bay live in Las Vegas. Join CrowdStrike to secure the AI revolution, my friends. It's where the future of cybersecurity takes shape. It's happening in Las Vegas, where I live, as a matter of fact. We're talking about where everybody else lives. I live in Las Vegas. Feel free to come say hi. I don't live in Caesar's Palace, in case you're wondering. I do live in a house, and it is by the mountains and the burbs. But yeah, you can come say hi when you come to Falcon, guys. Registration is open. We're happy to have you guys here. We got Chris in the house. Dimitri, are you coming up after? All right, man. So Chris starting it up. Dimitri coming after. It's all about modern endpoint security, guys. Not old school, not your grandma's, none of that. It's all about modern endpoint security, my friends, built on real adversary intelligence. Make some noise for Chris. Let's go. I almost called him Chris Paul.
All right. Hey, everyone. Joining us today, we're going to talk about modern endpoint security for the AI era built on real adversary intelligence. My name is Chris Corral. I'm on the product marketing team here at CrowdStrike. Let's get into it. Before we get too ahead of ourselves, though, I just want to set the stage a little bit. Talk about what defenders are up against these days. And we do this through the Global Threat Report. CrowdStrike releases this every year. And this year, there's no surprise that adversaries are faster and more evasive than ever. Basically, the key takeaway. If you look at some of the key findings here, I'll just highlight a couple. 27 seconds was the fastest e-crime breakout time in 2025 that we observed. Breakout time is the measure of time it takes for an adversary to get to that first endpoint and then move laterally, pivot to something else in the environment. 27 seconds was the fastest one we saw. That was a 65% year-over-year increase. So just kind of begs the question, are defenders getting 65% faster year-over-year? We know the attackers are. But we're also seeing an 89% increase in attacks by AI-enabled adversaries. So really a shift from just experimentation on adversaries on their part when it comes to using AI, really to that direct operational use, sort of really getting that into their workflow, and we're seeing it more and more. This begs the question of speed. But outdated defenses can't stop modern threats. There's a lot of problems that are really holding back security teams today. It starts with outdated security approaches. And what this looks like, we still see a lot of organizations still trying to use signature-based prevention, trying to just look at known bad malware, but we know that that's not the full length of the problem. And we have a lot of organizations still trying to leverage like legacy EDR. It might collect a lot of data, but that data is not going to be very useful without any threat intelligence that you can overlay onto it. And also, we know that adversaries are increasingly using AI, and we know that defenders want to be using AI too. You don't want to have that speed advantage tilted into the attacker's behavior. We also see that these legacy systems suffer from limited visibility and coverage gaps. A good example of this could be protection that isn't necessarily uniform across all devices in your environment. Maybe that's individual point solutions, something for Mac OS, something for Chrome, Windows, or maybe it's one product, but that product has issues with the capabilities in between those. And what this all boils down to is protection that's complex, having to operate, requires a lot of tuning. So at CrowdStrike, we charted a different course, a more modern approach to endpoint security that starts with a single sensor. Now, one sensor that you can deploy broadly across your entire environment that leads up to that one platform. This is protect endpoints, workloads, and beyond. And it's instant coverage. As soon as you roll out that sensor, it starts that visibility immediately. You don't necessarily have to restart the system. You get that value immediately from day one. And at CrowdStrike, we're trying to deliver smarter detection. And no, it's not just AI all the things, but it's targeted approaches. Defenses have a strategy that involves, hey, maybe we use a dedicated machine learning model just to look at living off the land miners in a really targeted approach, but that will come together with AI-powered IOAs, just a lot of different capabilities on the platform to be able to detect those really stealthy threats. Everything is overlaid with that adversary-driven intelligence that I mentioned before. You don't want that data without the intelligence. So that you can tell that something goes from just suspicious or malicious to attributed to known adversary trait. And when it comes to how we sort of use AI throughout the platform, I think you'll find that the approach that we take with Charlie AI is pretty different. So if you look at something like detection triage, for example, it's a feature that's built right into endpoint security that can actually help make recommendations on the next steps to take based on the data that we have from our actual real humans that do that work. So we have services at CrowdStrike, and all the AI models that we train are trained on those decisions made by actual real humans. Something to think about when you look at technology companies releasing AI. What are those models being trained on? All right. So all this means that we want to be able to deploy these delivered via that single sensor that makes it really easy to install and manage all that one AI-powered platform, all the different varieties of devices and environments that you have. The idea being to provide that uniform protection from one simple, unified management. All right, but you don't just have to take our word for it. CrowdStrike is named a leader in the 2025 Gartner Magic Quadrant for endpoint protection platforms. You can see us up there, positioned furthest right, vision, and the highest ability to execute 3 years running in that position. But also want to mention, I didn't mention MITRE as well. So those of you probably already familiar with MITRE, but they run annual evaluations of security products. This year was just wrapped up and results were published in October. Definitely their most challenging test to date, that expanded to cloud environments as well. CrowdStrike showed up and delivered 100% detection, 100% protection, and 0 false positives across both the detection and protection tests. Pretty unique in the industry there. All right, but without further ado, we're going to get to the fun part. I'm going to hand things off to Dimitri for the demo.
Thank you. Welcome. We're going to go through a demo today. We're going to show you some of the hot new things around AI and AI detection, right? That's kind of the hot word for RSA. So let's dive right on in. So, how many are you familiar with Claude? Right? Mostly everybody. So, one of the ways that we see adversaries abuse AI and local models is through the abuse of hooks. Right? Hooks are just simply ways that we can provide an LLM model a way to do X, Y, Z, or thing before or during user input, right? So you have here kind of the session start, right? You launch Claude, OpenAI, and then the next thing that occurs is the user prompt submit. So this is where you type your query to the AI model. Hey, show me the best restaurants around San Francisco. Show me how to beat this hack in the box, or show me how to do a prompt injection at our cool AI prompt injection platform over there. But one of the ways that we see this is that by abusing the user prompt submit, we can actually insert different commands that an adversary can get in. Here we have kind of a JSON output of what that looks like. So we have different types. Here we have a command. The command runs some sort of lock-rm.sh. This can do anything from prep your output to be sanitized. It can help you do research on behalf of it as you go through your day-to-day with the model. But as we take a look here, we'll actually show you what this kind of looks like. So we can take a look at this PowerShell script and paste in a malicious code, right? We'll show you the Claude settings.json, and we'll pause right here. So the exact same JSON that we saw earlier has now been abused to actually run a PowerShell command that can go past our execution policy. It will go ahead and download a file from GitHub, as well as identify where that file exists. So this could be anything from, hey, I want to go and download Mimikatz or open source. I can go and download maybe some cool pictures of cat memes. So when I get my report from my manager, it's filled with cats, right? As I build out those models. But right, once it runs, right, we'll start Claude, and we'll say, hey, what does this script do? This could be a Python script that's in my working directory. It could be anything like that. So once it runs, right, we'll see Claude's thinking it's going to load that user prompt. So as soon as the user had hit enter on this, what does the script do? It's going to take that prerequisite JSON. It's going to then run that command that we saw, that PowerShell command to download a file. Now, we'll see it's crunching, right? It's kind of paused. Well, why exactly is it kind of doing nothing, right? That's because the Falcon sensor can actually detect that malicious script. There we go. and actually pause the execution of that PowerShell, right? So we prevent the LLM model from doing or carrying out something malicious as humans day to day. Now, as a normal user, like, well, how exactly do I see what went wrong? So we'll take a look at some of the logs, right? Nothing looks super weird about this, right? It's just a standard output of history of maybe what it was doing, right? Here's the actual output, right? The Python script is a basic HTTP web server. Well, okay, it looks like in the logs, it gave us what we were looking for, but it doesn't actually show the real story. So, if we go in here, we actually have a high severity endpoint detection. This is all powered by that single unified Falcon sensor that you have today. And right here we can see the command line. So Claude tried to run that user script input. And right here we can see the PowerShell, new object, net web, download from GitHub. And we can actually match that as a malicious behavior. So if we scroll down, we can get the user, where the user's coming from, but a description of exactly what it's doing. So we have execution via PowerShell, a process trying to launch that remote file. So using that unified sensor EDR EPP that you have today, we can extend protections, prevent the abuse of your local LLM models without you having to add anything else on, without you having to enable another product. It's right there and we're providing it. With the proliferation of how many AI agents we have, different models every day, Llama, DeepSeek, all of it, it's very important that we can identify and prevent the abuse of this. Now, we're talking about an adversary, right? But this could be a developer trying to do something in their day-to-day. This could be an end user not knowing what they're doing. They could have pulled a project down from GitHub that leverages a local LLM model, and they haven't gone through the thousands of lines that that model had written for, safety. So having this ability to identify and prevent those LLM models from executing that malicious codes is a way to prevent that adversary or that abuse of that model. Awesome. So here we're just going to wrap up with our kind of our onion slide of all the different things that we offer. Like I mentioned today, this is built on that cloud-native AI platform. We're right here in this layer. As you kind of move further out, right, you get other products, Charlotte, Custom Agent Works. We have XIOT, Identity, and of course that always powers the model that we do have today. But with that, if you guys want a demo of it, we have a couple of booths you can go ask the admins there and collect your card on your way out. But thank you so much for coming.
Yes, sir. A round of applause, please, for Dimitri. Let's go, baby. That's what I'm talking about. And for Chris as well, who started it off. If you guys have questions, feel free to talk to them on the side. I can see somebody has an iPhone 14 Pro Max there, all right? iPhone 14 Pro. Not the Max, yeah. I know that phone. It's a good one.
And he doesn't have a case on it. That's crazy.
Dude, I'm living on the edge.
We like to enjoy it like that.
That's you? That's that purple. That's that perp right there, baby. I know all about that
Sapphire
perp.
glass. Sapphire is so scratch.
That makes me nervous. We're going to hand out cards, guys. Okay, no, there is. Feel free to grab a card from this young lady right here. That gives credit for you guys coming and seeing the presentation. All you got to do to get one of our awesome giveaways is get 3 cards. That was the hardest one to get of all 3. The other 2 are fast and easy. All you got to do is take a selfie with our giant statue in the back. We'll give you another card. And then you can go to any one of the kiosks, any one you choose, get a quick demo, 5 minutes or less, and you'll have your 3rd card. You can turn it in and get your awesome giveaway. We charge usually $40, $50 for those online. They'll be free for you today. You can also get a custom t-shirt. You can choose the design, the color, and the size. We'll make it for you right on the spot. You don't even need a card for that, y'all. So I appreciate you guys. Shout out, man. Shout out to our man, our Golden State fan over here, Niners fan. Appreciate you guys. We are CrowdStrike. We're going to be starting back up in about 2 minutes. We don't stop, don't stop, get it, get it. All day long. Do more Niners fans. Appreciate you.
all 3 cards?
No, only one.
You need 3.
Oh,
So the demo, lecture, and a selfie. Hi guys, how are you? I think third is not allowed.
so I do the selfie.
Yes, do the selfie here. Did you get one? Perfect. I know. You gotta angle it this way. Perfect.
Thank you. Hi.
We're technically supposed to, I think we're supposed to be going over different demos. We'll get like, kind of doing whatever questions are asked. Yeah, so I'll get you in contact with, are you interested in something in particular? Alright, so yeah, is there any material that it can send first? I sent the note your SE, the SE on your account will get it and he'll reach out to you. Okay. Alright? Do you want one of these? It's a game that we're playing. You get 3 of the things. Then you get one of those figurines. So I'm the demo. Then you go to the presentation in the front. You get a different one, and then you can. And then the third one is to take a picture with that. Each stand is a different product. Right.
الآن هيعمل لنا عرض حي عن التقنية هذا بالاي اي. تعال نشوف ايش هيشرح لنا.
We cannot do any communication.
With who?
Like, we cannot give you any. Is it like?
Any demo?
Oh, demo is fine.
Yeah.
Okay. You gonna record it?
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah, sure. Demo is public anyways. Go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, no secret.
Yeah, don't give him a mic. You can just talk. It's easier. That way, it's like.
Oh,
What do you wanna see though?
what you got here in the end point.
Huh?
I don't want the highest level. I want to get what you have for the end users.
End user as in what the end user sees, or
In the workstation and the users and the network.
I'm just trying to make sure I show you the right thing. So, because I can't show you I don't have access to like a machine to show you what the agent looks like. I can show you what the Falcon admin will see.
Okay.
For security
Okay.
perspective, right?
Okay. You don't mind if you use this one?
Yeah.
Better sound.
So, sure. I'm just curious why.
No,
Like, what are you doing
just for me, for my YouTube.
Your YouTube?
Yeah.
Okay, okay.
Personal, not with my company. This for me. This like education for us and for our friends to learn from you guys.
I mean, the thing is, these are all public demos, so it
Yeah,
probably
yeah,
makes
yeah.
better sense to just go there. But
Okay.
sure. So And you can ask questions too while we're doing this.
Okay.
So we'll start off with you let me know when we're good to go. Good to go?
This is the dashboard, right? Okay.
So this is the default dashboard.
Yeah. Okay.
What we're looking at here is the basic endpoint dashboard, right? So
It's API.
this has API access.
Okay.
So if you want to hook into this API programmatically, you can.
Okay.
We do have the UI here, and you can create all of these dashboards however you want. So I know you're seeing some white spots here. That's no.
No,
you translate. Okay. I guess I can't do a recording, so I don't want to get in trouble. So I can still walk you through it, but I guess I can't do that. So.
Okay. Then okay. Let's take a picture. To there. Okay. No, just explain.
Oh, yeah, sure.
I leave it to record there.
So
yeah.
we have a. So what I was saying was these white spots, ignore them. That's just like a watermark, so that if anyone takes a picture, they know that it's CrowdStrike. Don't sit.
Yeah.
Once we get into here, right, these widgets can be created however you want. If I go into detection here, so if I click on this detection, let it load up. A lot of different ways of slicing and dicing this. I think the coolest thing with CrowdStrike that you probably heard everyone talking about is like AI. So we have Charlotte AI baked into it. Charlotte AI is our AI tool. So if we go in, we can actually see there's a triage for Charlotte AI. I'll click default detection though, and we'll go into it. So I can spend all day talking about this, right? But to keep it high level, where we have full visibility into the process tree and everything. So it's all here in one place for anybody to use. Right? I can go into agentic response, have my Charlotte AI agent. So what it's doing right now is looking at this.
A small summary about the report.
Yeah, so what you'll see in about a minute probably is it's thinking about this and it's going to ask questions.
Oh, they respond to that.
It's going to ask questions and it's going to answer them. So it's going to ask 3 questions. You'll see them pop up over there. And then you can use more credits. Actually, less than a minute. Okay. So
doesn't it work?
I'm going to go low effort, investigate. So what it's going to do is now it's going to answer these questions. Which one is it going to choose first? I think it's going to choose this question first. And then it's going to answer the question, figure out how to answer the question, write a query.
You mean I choose the question? He gave me the answer. No.
These are the questions. So it's asking, hey, what questions would you ask if you're investigating this? If I say, do it for me, it's going in, it's answering it for me. So it's in progress. It'll go through, show you the chain of work, come out with an answer. Based on that answer, it'll have 3 follow-up questions. And this can go on for as long as you want it to.
And then you go deep and deep and deep.
And go deep. So endpoint is like what we've been doing for a while. There's nothing really crazy. You have visibility into all the details, like the process, the cloud details, the container details, DNS processes, whatever it is you could ever be interested in. We built on this for years and years. So that's my high level pitch there. Any questions about it?
No, it's big picture. It's too much data.
A lot of data.
How I learn, go online and practicing like this and see, like you said, it's available online.
Go to our CrowdStrike YouTube. We have a lot of good information.
Oh, and they have it their own YouTube.
Yep. Okay. All our newest, all the modules, for the most part, all these modules have demos and deep dives on YouTube or on LinkedIn. I think they're pretty good. Yep.
Thank you, brother. And I'm sorry when they said
no. Good. Don't worry about it.
Can I get this one?
Yeah, go for it.
I really appreciate it. Hi. They don't let me to record there.
Oh.
They say it's secret.
Oh, you got in trouble.
See,
awesome.
I have 2 kids. They will get fight if I get one.
I can't give 2. You have to do it again or come back tomorrow.
I don't know if I come back.
Which one do you want right now?
This one. They can't hook me up today with.
Oh yeah, for
Thank you. Yeah. Thank you. حاولت اصور البرزنتيشن هذا المحاضره، وقد كان وافق انه يعطيني عرض حي للمحاضره هذا بالاي بي اي بالبلاتفورم بالمنصه هذا حكم بالذكاء الصناعي اللي بتوقف الاختراقات وتعطينا تقارير بالتفصيل. بس للاسف اول ما بدا رئيس الشركه رفض واعتبروه سر، واضطريت احرف الكاميرا باتجاه ثاني، ما يشتونيش اصور. يعني انا داري بيخافوا او ما يشوف تنشر المعلومات، بيقول لك ادخل في الويب سايت حقنا وشوف، ما يشتونيش انا انشر هذا المعلومات. شوفوا هو الان بيعمل له عرض للناس، فاعطاني العرض انا الحالي بس ما خلانيش اصور فيديو، لاني كنت اعطيتها الميكروفون، وعندما يشوفوا الميكروفون مثل هذا يعني كاني قناه، يعني بيعتبروها شيء رسمي. ما مش عارف ليش يعني they are strict، يعني محزقين، ما يقولوا محزقين زياده، ما يشوفش تصوير. وانا كل الغرض من التصوير مع الميكروفون عشان يكون الصوت واضح كريستال، عشان ينشر المعلومه الاكثر، خاصه باللغه العربيه، اذا اقدر اترجمها لشبابنا اللي بيدرسوا اي تي ولا بيشتغلوا اي تي، عشان يتعلموا ويستفيدوا اكثر في هذا المجال، لانه من الصعب ان احد يحضرها. انا فهذا فرصه اني موجود في هذا المكان، اني احاول افيدكم بما اقدر ما استطيع، يعني as much as I can.
Outside of the there are partner people. Okay. Okay. Yeah, that's nobody at the booth yet. They are there yet. size?
Medium, or like smaller or
Thank you. I wanted the gray and then large. I think this one.
Yeah, give it. These are actually for the client. Those are for the client.
you guys are doing a perfect job there.
Oh, you do it in the back or in the front? Can we put this in the back? Thank you so much.
About 2 hours and 40 minutes now. Close the doors.
Hi. Can I build my own?
Yeah, you can build your own. Are
Okay.
you doing a vlog?
Yes.
Nice. Yeah, you
But they stopped me there. They say it's secret.
awesome. Took a month. They're custom Legos.
Where you guys based in? Is it US? Do you have any APAC property as well? So I came here to have you thought about that? So this is the South Korea government.
Thank you so much.
Can I get you a t-shirt?
Okay.
What size?
Large.
Our side, however,
Thank you.
Asia is one of the biggest. And
Data breaks this for database, right? hosting
Not just database, actually. Yeah.
security too?
We do have security now as of yesterday.
Oh, security for the when you storage the data in the cloud, right?
Yes, that is with Unity Catalog, but then as of yesterday, we launched our new product called LakeWatch.
Lakewatch?
LakeWatch.
Lakewatch.
There's actually, it talks about it on the back of this QR code.
Yeah, I wanna.
Of your figurine.
Oh,
On the back here.
Can I take a picture or can I?
Yeah, of course.
I wanna go to. I wanna go to study about it. And then let me access. This from yesterday.
This is launched as of yesterday.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
Thank you.
No problem. Have a good day.
You too.
So you'll start over here, you can put your head, then you can body, and then legs. Yeah, it is. Yeah, little Lego characters. Yeah, can I scan you?
Yeah. This too?
No, these are just for this.
هل الصورة واضحة؟ هل الصوت واضح؟ أنا أحاول أنقل لكم بصورة أوضح وأوضح. Sorry. Hi. Can I have one?
Yeah, definitely. We only have 2 XL.
Okay. And then I want to this.
Oh, yeah, do you want this shirt?
Yeah.
Okay, take both.
Only XL?
2 XL.
Oh no, this for me and all my family. No XL?
No XL. Just 2 XL. It's pretty similar size.
All of them 2XL?
Yeah.
I will put it in the washer to shrink it.
Yeah, you can shrink it.
I like the DNS this way.
That's wonderful.
I'm interesting.
Protective DNS?
Can I have this for my?
Yes.
Thank you.
Very well, thank you.
Hey there, everybody. It's me. I'm sitting down this time because I do not want to stand. However, we have another session coming up, and we are very excited for you to join us for our next session over compliance. If this is a session that you would be actually interested in, which I will go ahead and tell you, he presented it earlier today, and it is probably our most popular session. and everyone tend to really enjoy it, so this is a session you do not want to miss. Also, if you join us, you will have an opportunity to win a PlayStation 5 today, and everyone wants to win a PlayStation 5. And if your feet hurt like mine, you can definitely sit down for a little bit and take a little bit of rest. That way you can go through the rest of the floor without your feet hurting too bad. So again, we're going to be starting, let's see, starting here in 5 minutes. 5 minutes, we'll have the next session, and again, you'll get a raffle ticket to win a PS5.
In 5 minutes?
Yeah. And I probably ain't gonna move until I start seeing stickers. I'm done.
From morning until now?
Yeah.
Would you like to join the session?
Maybe, yeah.
Are you joining us?
I will, this is my,
I'm the only person that decided that the feet hurt a little bit, so they wanted to sit.
this is my seat. Hi.
What size? Small, medium, or large?
Large.
I will have it printed out for you. You can mail you.
Oh, okay, I want to choose this one, cool. And yeah, this one.
Super.
Thank you.
I think it's a European brand, but yeah, so they're about the same price as like these guys are and all that. I'm gonna definitely try it and see if they work. K-U-R-U. Yeah, if I remember correctly, I think they said they have like
You guys are making me more of these.
That's very good. Was that our last box?
No. We have so many of these. It's crazy. I think we have 2 boxes under the table, and I think we still have another one in store. I didn't figure that out. I think it was a lot of like mediums and larges. Small, medium, large.
We can save some for tomorrow. Shirt size. Small, medium, large. Yep. Small, medium, or large? We're out. Large is the biggest one. Small, medium, or large?
Thank you so much.
We actually have advantages. Yeah.
Hey there, everybody. This is your final chance to join our session right here. He's going to be going over continuous compliance. Very great and important session for you to sit in and on and watch. Our previous session with him earlier was probably our most popular session. I'm not just saying that. I'm actually, if I have photographic proof to put up right now, I would actually show you. So it's actually very interesting. I think it was our most involved conversations that we had. And also, if you sit down right now, you have a chance to win the PlayStation 5 here at 5 o'clock today. I know this one guy, he's looking at our screen. You should come back. No, come back. No, I'm not going to do it. All right, either way, starting here in 1 minute.
Hi.
Would you like a shirt?
Yeah, white.
We only have large and above. Is that okay?
Large. No mediums, right?
No, on that side we do. Not
Okay,
this side.
okay.
Sorry, are you an influencer? I'm guessing.
No, I'm IT, but I have my own YouTube channel.
Ah, gotcha.
And they like.
You like going live?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
I have only 1,000 followers.
Okay.
1,000
Well, if
something.
you want to, make sure to tag us at Manage Engine.
Tag in that one?
Yeah.
I'm here. I recorded.
Yeah, we highly appreciate it.
You're welcome. I really appreciate yours. Thank you.
We only have large and above. Large and above? Yeah, and if you want smaller, that's like we also have a card game. I don't know if you guys have
This is white. Can I get one?
Tenemos 2XL o XL.
Pero necesito verla. A ver, contrata.
Hey guys, thank you for joining. A quick introduction about myself. My name is Dinesh. I work as a team lead at Manage Engine. I lead a couple of support teams, ED Audit Plus and Data Security Plus. And I'm going to be the presenter for today's session. And the topic for today's session is continuous compliance, moving from point-in-time audits to always on governance. So before I start talking, so I just have a quick question. So how many of you are familiar with Windows Active Directory? Alright, that's great. So, do you feel your company is 100% compliant, and just because being compliant means your company is secure? No? Alright, that's the right answer actually. If somebody had asked the same question like 4 or 5 years back, the answer would have been yes. Right now, the way we do our compliance audit needs to be changed because that doesn't fit the current IT landscape. So what we do is we do compliance audits once a year, maybe once a quarter. No? Because of that, if there is an attacker in your environment, they get a lot of chances. They get to be in your environment and they escalate their privileges quickly and they get to take the information or data from your environment. Because the compliance audit needs a lot of gap. Because once a year, the attacker has close to 365 days to leverage and get all the information. That's the major problem. And by the time the IT team is being alerted of any kind of incident, the attacker already took the data, or they might have already excluded all the data, or they might have done the damage. That's the major concern with the current compliance audits that we do. So basically, the mean time to identify or the mean time to contain the risk is close to 240 days. That means it gets to reside in your environment for 240 days. And at the time of audits, 67% of the audits reveal that there is an ongoing security attack in any organization, or there was an attack that went undetected because of not implementing proper alerting solutions in place. Lastly, a company has to bear at least 4.4 million if there is a breach, and this is a global statistics. In US, it's actually way more higher. It's more than double of this. It's close to 10 million. And there are several contributing factors for any security attack. The very first one is the insider threat. That's the most dangerous one because you implement a lot of security restrictions, password policies, policies, you implement conditional access policies to make sure nobody from another network tries to log into your environment, right? But this entity lives in your environment. He lives literally in your house. He has access to all the servers. What he does is he creates a user, sets it aside for a couple of months. After that, he uses that user account to perform changes. He deletes stuff, he makes changes, and then he wipes up the security users. Just by doing that, there is no evidence of the attack that was performed. The second most dangerous thing is the vulnerable third-party applications, because you don't have control of the confidence that they have. Like they might be using outdated logic, so that's a problem because that your environment might be vulnerable to any kind of attacks. And next one is social engineering or phishing attacks. So basically, you set up so many security mechanisms in place. End of the day, the user is going to just click a link in the phishing email and going to enter few details, and is going to get compromised. Then what is the point of having all those security systems in place? And the last one is use of AI. So right now, if you just log into ChatGPT and you're going to ask it to give you how to construct a phishing email or any other attack, within 5 minutes, it's going to give you the complete details. That's a major problem. Because of that, the number of attacks has constantly increased in the last 6 months. That is a concern for any IT environment right now. And what we propose here is rather than doing your audits in once a year or once in every 3 years, companies must adapt to 24/7 real-time monitoring that leverages instant alerts on any kind of privilege changes. And lastly, the products needs to perform automations or take responsive measures to contain the risk. And it is even better if the product gets to understand your environment. That is how your security systems are in place, what are the policies that you have set in the service. So the products need to understand that, and it needs to give you a report on that so that the administrator can look into it and make the changes. So in order to achieve this, what we propose here is Managed Engine 8360. For those who are new to Managed Engine, so 8360 is an integrated identity and access management platform that has several applications within it. Yesterday we had a session about AD Management that is used to manage your entire Active Directory, and the solution to audit the changes is AD Audit Plus. So AD Audit Plus is a hybrid Active Directory, change reporting, and a compliance audit solution. Pretty much any changes that happen in your Active Directory, basically a user logging in, the changes that you perform on user objects, the group policy setting changes, the group changes, everything will be audited by the product on a real-time basis, and it has pre-configured reports for all the administrative changes that you perform in your Active Directory. So once you install the product, it talks to your domain controllers, your file servers, and other member services in your environment, and it gives you the reports for all the changes. And it also has the alerting capabilities. Basically, you can configure an alert in such a way that if somebody gets added to a domain admin group, immediately the product should trigger an alert notification. You can also further tweak this example. If somebody is getting added to a domain admin group during non-business hours, the product can understand that and it can automatically run a PowerShell script in the background and remove the user from that end, or it can either disable the user. Then it sends out a ticket. If you configure the ticketing system in the product, it's going to create a ticket and it's going to alert the administrator. On top of that, the product is equipped with a mission learning feature. Basically, it sits and listens to all the changes. By doing that, it understands the behavior of each and every user in your Active Directory. When he logs in, which version he logs in, on a daily basis, how many changes is he performing. It understands that, and if there is a deviation from the normally baseline, then the product automatically understands that, and it's going to trigger an alert to the administrator, and it will have reports for those changes as well, right? And we also have features such as Attack Surface Analyzer, both for on-prem and also for the cloud directory. The on-prem Attack Surface Analyzer focuses on the Active Directory attacks such as brute force, password sprain, admin history holder tampering. So for those kinds of attacks, we have pre-configured alerts. On top of that, we do have another feature which understands the security settings or identifies the security settings that are correctly enabled on each and every server in your environment. It tells you what are the policies that are enabled, and if it doesn't meet the recommended value, it tells you how to enable that as well. And for the cloud directory, we monitor the subscriptions that you have. You might have various Azure file shares or VMs on Azure or any other resources that are tied to the subscription. The product monitors the security settings on those subscriptions, and if there is a violation that an attacker can leverage, it identifies that and it tells you. Along with that, it also gives you a report or it gives you the instructions to patch that report. That's about the attack surface advisor. And moving on, we have the out-of-the-box compliance reports. So for GDPR, HIPAA, PCI DSS. And the particular compliance is not listed over here. That's not a problem. You can customize the existing reports based on the compliance requirement, and you can also schedule these reports on a daily basis. So that's about the product. So any questions? Yes? You might be using infra, right? Cloud directory? Sorry? This product is entirely for your Windows Active Directory and infra. Right, any other questions? Anybody? So that brings me to the end of the session. So if you guys are interested in evaluating the product, you can go ahead and download the product. We have a 30-day free trial. If you need any assistance with the configuration or POC, just reach out to us. And if you want a quick demo, we'll be standing right behind this board. Reach out to us at any point of time. Right, thank you for your time. And I also have my LinkedIn QR code. If you wish to connect with us, you can just scan the QR code. Thank you for your time, guys.
Awesome, great sessions, Dinesh. Again, scan his QR code if you'd like to connect with him or just meet him in the back and go over a demo. But everybody please see me for a raffle ticket so you can win the PlayStation 5 here at 5 o'clock today.
That's 400. Yeah, you're right.
Thank you.
Like a shirt?